And Gigi, today is Sunday, and we're back, and it is Saturday Hangover.
Oh, hi there.
That came in hot.
I came in really hot. We're back.
We are back, and we have watched a bowl or eight.
A bowl or eight or more.
Now, can we be honest? I was a little bit worried. Bowl season kind of started slow. I didn't think we were. I knew there was a few, but I was hopeful, and I didn't know if they was going to deliver.
Well, I think as bowl season rolls on, they start you off kind of slow like that.
You might
and
be
then
right.
as bowl season rolls on, you start getting
True.
Ranked teams are playing ranked teams and
closer to New Year's Day, right?
Right, because now we got the final. We got the final four. We got this final. Final four.
Ranked don't always mean anything.
Don't mean anything, but it gets a little interesting.
Yes.
And this week will be. Well, last week wasn't too bad. And this
so
week
what is this technically?
Week
18?
Oh, good God.
I don't know. We've just been rolling on.
It's just been football.
I know. I barely know what day it is. Well, let me throw my first one at you.
Let's throw it.
All right. Cal State, Hawaii at the Hawaii Bowl.
I guess
7-5. 7-5 Cal, 8-4 Hawaii.
Yes.
These are a few of my little secret teams.
I
got too many secret teams.
Too many secret
and I thought Cal State was gonna go in there and handle their business. Now, what sometimes is good about these little unranked kind of smaller bowls is I feel like a lot of the players play. Like, you don't have a bunch of people sitting out. Both quarterbacks played. SJP Sagatala Palole.
Don't even try.
No, I am going to try because I had it the day we watched it and I lost it. And then Algapo was the quarterback for Hawaii.
Something like that.
Anyway, Cal, I thought, had it in the bag. Cal had it in the bag. And Hawaii comes back and beats them 35-31. Hawaii scored 22 points in the fourth quarter.
That was a good game.
Great game. Embarrassed me, but I'm glad for Hawaii. You know, I love the Tokyo Toe. And it was almost like they were in their backyard.
Yes,
another disappointment. I didn't watch this one, but I was very upset.
What's up?
10-3 UNLV goes up against 8-4 Ohio University. Yes, the Ohio University who has head coach has disgraced and been fired. Another disgraced coach. What are they doing in the Midwest? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. But we love Dan Mullins.
We did.
First year head coach at UNLV. Former ESPN commentator and analyst from College Final.
Yep, he was.
And so had a great season, and they ended up losing 17-10 to Ohio. How Dan Lanning in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Dan Mullins. I always want to say Lanning. Sorry, Dan Mullins.
Too many coaches.
You know what I loved about this game, though?
What's that?
Is that when Ohio University won, instead of Gatorade, they dumped cold brew on the coach.
That was the Scooter.
The Scooter. I've never had Scooter's coffee in my life. But do I love a cold brew? Oh my God. Talk about incentive to win the game.
Give me a cold brew.
Okay, another one that, if we are being honest, we did miss it. But we watched a little highlights. And I said, dag nabbit, I kind of gave up on the bowl games, and there it was, a little diamond in the rough. University of New Mexico against Minnesota. Went to overtime. And you know what? We should be rooting for the Big Ten.
We should be.
I guess I should have been rooting for Ohio. Ohio University's not Big Ten, though. What are they? MAC?
University is MAC.
The MACtion. Well, this game, they was battling.
Well, you know what? From the highlights, what we've seen, they were battling.
Yes.
It might have been a different story.
Well, listen, if the highlights tell the truth, I feel like that's the game. And Minnesota, I mean, they were dropping balls. They were, oh my God. New Mexico had these new jerseys on today. Oh, they look so good.
It's like the Miami Dolphins.
Well, maybe that was the problem. Minnesota pulls it out though, 20-17.
And overtime.
And I feel like that was the warm up to the bowls that we watched yesterday.
Saturday.
Starting with the People's Championship Bowl, the Pop-Tart Bowl. So number 22 Georgia Tech versus number 12 BYU. Now, I have to say, we know BYU was left out of the playoffs, and for good reason. They lost to Texas Tech in the regular season. They lost to Texas Tech in the Big 12 championship, right? This was supposed to be BYU and Notre Dame.
Okay, I don't know how it gets to be Notre Dame. How do you supposed to?
Because Notre Dame was 13. Pop-Tart Bowl is 12 and 13 normally.
Okay,
I believe that's how it works.
Oh.
So this would have been great because now BYU and Notre Dame have just signed that they're going to play the next 2 years, and Notre Dame will not be playing USC for the next 2 years. So that rivalry will be on hold.
I'm just trying to get to this year.
Oh, well, there's been a lot of hoopla.
I'll worry about next year.
Season's not even over for everybody, and the drama just continues. Notre Dame wants this special rule, which I think the CFP might have granted, that if they're ranked top 10 or top 12, they automatically get in the playoffs because they're not in the conference. That's not our problem. I think that's BS. And then a lot of people are like, well, we're not going to play Notre Dame, which I completely agree, which means you're not going to be ranked high because you have a weak schedule. But BYU agreed to play them because, I guess. The Mormons, I don't know. Christians and Mormons think they got to, I don't know. Any to who.
Catholics.
We'll call it the Holy
Catholics
War.
And Mormons.
Yeah, that's what they are, Catholics, yeah. So we'll call it the Holy War when they play. But this could have been a preview of that.
Well, it is what it is. Notre Dame has disappointed me.
Highly.
Flat out. They've disappointed
F
me.
them. But I do love Haynes King, quarterback for Georgia Tech. And so I really wanted Georgia Tech to win.
I just got it. This was the game they were supposed to be playing in.
Yes, they opted out of the bowl.
That's right.
Because they were too good.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking playoff. Duh.
No, they were too good. This would have been
they were supposed to play in, and they chose not to play.
Yep, they all voted supposedly not to play.
They disappointed me.
I hope they got fined by somebody.
No, I don't.
They don't have a conference, so anyway, I digress.
They couldn't have.
However, we start the game. First possession, BYU is driving. Quarterback, true freshman for BYU, Bear Bachmeier, tweaks his ankle on the first possession.
I think his ankle's already tweaked. His ankle was hurting him on that Texas Tech game. He had hurt it, I think, probably before. He tried to run. He could not run.
During the Big 12 champ? Oh, did he?
Playoffs.
They said he had an injury earlier in the season.
And he could not run. Because I said, oh, Lord, he's got to pass because he can't run.
Okay.
And
he need new cleats.
Because they got it. Well,
get him together.
Well, but
so he tweaks his ankle. These are my highlights. He tweaks his ankle. Crazy. Georgia Tech gets a huge stop on a goal line from BYU. Crazy. Georgia Tech went up 21-10 before halftime, and it stayed that way through the beginning of the fourth quarter. But what do you always say? 4 quarters.
Oh, you have to play 4 quarters of football. 4 quarters.
BYU came to frickin' play.
It was a lot of mistakes. Well, that
BYU blocks a field goal.
Wait a minute. First of all, in the second half, remember? They muffed the punt. BYU muffs the punt. What did they muff a punt return?
I missed the muff punt.
Oh, God. It got Georgia Tech got it. Then remember he went to catch it and right through his arms? It doesn't matter. There were so many errors. Well, not so many. It's just that they got to be glaringly errors. Second half, we get to halftime, second half, they come back out. Georgia Tech fumbles. And then you picked it up right there.
Crazy.
And then
there was a blocked field goal by BYU.
Georgia Tech intercepts in the end zone.
BYU driving. Georgia Tech intercepts. That was amazing.
BYU blocked the field goal.
Yes. And then they last drive, Georgia Tech has the ball. We're down to the last minute. And Haynes King is being Haynes King. There is a freaking miscatch. And then the interception in the end zone with 2 seconds left on the clock. But Georgia Tech did not score second half.
They did not. I'm looking at these scores, 21. They did not
score second half. It's also on your little doohickey here.
Oh, there it is.
So you cannot win a game playing half the game.
Oh, my God. And the thing of it was, too, there was something else I had wrote down that one of the, I think the announcer said it. When BYU came back out the second half, and they were just like, Bear Bachmeier was
couldn't be stopped.
Barry Bachmeier was just having a field day.
Couldn't be what the BYU Jew.
And I believe what one of the announcers said was, BYU has surgically sliced through Georgia Tech's defense. They was like boom, run, boom, pass, boom, run. And it
It
showed
was
how much
awful.
it had.
And I said it. BYU has played clunky all year to me. And they played clunky first half, but they turned it up second half. And
the boy threw for Bear Bachmeier threw for 325 yards.
What do you have, like 2 interceptions?
And you only hit 1 interception.
Only 1 interception. Okay.
But the boy, he just went pass.
True freshman.
Pass. I went, stop.
Story is, most of the team's coming back next year, too, for BYU.
True.
Which BYU has been good. I thought the BYU team last year was better than this year. But if they all come back, I mean, he's a true freshman quarterback. I can't name anybody else on the team. I know him and Sataki the coach.
That's how I was going to say.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
That's all I remember is Bear Bachmeier.
Yep, and the coach, and I love him, but I like him. I shouldn't say I love him, but I just wanted to one last time for Haynes King, and they didn't get it done.
I know. It was so sad when they walk off those fields and said, "This is going to be his last time throwing that ball," and you went, "Really?" We watched him for so long, and it's like, oh, it has to end somewhere.
It does have to end,
and it's crazy.
But when it ends and. It's one thing when it ends and you know, oh, he's getting drafted. You know what I'm saying? But then, well, up until last year, but whatever. But then you go and you say, you don't know. Because I know it don't always equate from college to NFL.
Not always.
And, you know, I feel like I'm a lot smarter in college than I am NFL. But I feel like Haynes King has such work ethic and such talent. Because I get it. People work hard don't mean you deserve to do it. I hear people say, I worked so hard, I deserve this.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people work hard. They just don't, they suck. They don't have the talent. He has the talent. I think he would be an amazing quarterback in NFL.
I think he does.
Back up at first, maybe, fine.
Well, all of them do.
Yeah, well, not all of them.
Well, not all of them. Some come out.
Cam Ward came right out.
Yeah, that's true.
CJ Stroud came right out.
Thank you.
Jaden Daniels came
Lord.
out. Oh, okay. I didn't know you want to keep going.
Moving right along.
It
was a good game, though.
Another secret team of mine. I know, y'all. I can't help it. I mean, when you're an Ohio State fan, it's very easy to just love these little teams who just working and chugging along and killing it. I'm talking about the Mean Green.
Oh, good God.
I'm talking about the University of North Texas. The Mean Green has put on a show this stinking year. They have lost their coach. Their coach is going to Oklahoma State. Am I right? I think I'm right. I can't keep track. It's a million of them that's leaving and moving around.
Going places.
And I love the Mean Green. And they play San Diego State. Now, San Diego State, little does people know. Now, Mean Green is ranked 25 or was ranked 25. San Diego State had a massive improvement as well this year. And people have been talking about. Hello. And remember, they kept being in conversations with big people. You'd be talking about Bama, Georgia, and then San Diego State. You're like, what? Ohio State at one point, Ohio State and San Diego State were the only 2 teams with multiple shutouts this season. Ohio State and San Diego State. Like, that. What are we talking about? They were in conversation. And so we watched them play a few times. Disappointing game earlier in the season against Hawaii to me. Thought they were going to play better.
Oh, that's true. We did watch that one.
And guess what? When this game started, I said, well, let's see what they got. I'm rooting for the Mean Green, though. Both teams came out pulling tricks early. There was a 2-point conversion on the first touchdown. There was a fake punt. There was a handoff with a lateral pass. And I said, this is what the people want. Into quarter 1, it's 21-6. UNT is up. And I'm saying, well, Mean Green's going to handle it. But San Diego State didn't get the memo. San Diego State had a fumble in the red zone. UNT does this celebration. They do the cold stone with the beers. It's amazing. Come on. Culture. That's how you build a team. There were back-to-back missed field goals before halftime. Now, halftime is 28-20. North Texas.
San Diego scored 27 points in the fourth quarter.
Well, you jumped ahead of me. Oh, we go into the fourth quarter. Sorry. 42-20. UNT is winning. And then
42-20.
San Diego State.
That was the score.
Would you say how many did they score in the fourth quarter? 27-7 in the fourth quarter. The San Diego State quarterback, this is like their third string quarterback, Crum.
Third string.
He's like third string. Crum. I don't know who the real quarterback is, and I don't know who the coach is for San Diego State. However, I know Crum. He looks like he's 42. I'm looking at you, Uncle Crum. Crum throws. He's running to the sideline.
This guy is.
He throws amazing. Up this. He heaves this ball. 5 minutes. left in the fourth quarter.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Just go. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the guy catches it. Amongst 5 UNT quarterback or players, it was incredible. It was incredible. The game ends 49-47. 49-47. San Diego State gets a touchdown with like 5 seconds left on the clock. They try to squib kick. It doesn't work. But UNT broke their losing streak. They were 0-7 in the bowl games before today. They were playing with a 6-string walk-on quarterback and messed the maker. Let's talk about it. You don't want to talk about it.
I don't know this team.
You don't know this team. And guess what? You won't know this team next year because half of them are going to the transfer portal.
Oh.
They've got the number 1 tight end the tight end for them, Hawkins, I believe his name is, leads the FBS in touchdown score. And I don't know about mess the maker, but they, of course, lost the coach, and they said I seen an article today, half the team is going to the transfer portal. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is the first 12-win season in school program history. Don't mess with the mean green. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I really hope to see him next year. Not anywho.
How dare she? Well, I got another one for you.
Oh, God.
Okay, I got another one for you.
We thought this was going to be a short show, folks.
Missouri versus number 19 Virginia in the Gator Bowl. Go.
I don't have anything on Missouri and Virginia.
Missouri is playing with third-string quarterback Zellers. Because if we remember the original quarterback, what was his name? Sanders. He got hurt early. Then we went to Prabula. He has already said he is going to the transfer portal. And he was hurt, I thought. But we've seen Zellers before. Third-string Zellers comes in. And I got a little bit of hope because Virginia lost to
Duke in the championship game.
In the ACC championship game. Where'd you get this shirt? Have you worn this shirt this year?
Yes, I have.
Of course you have.
I
Still don't know where you got it from.
I understand.
So the question is still pending. However, Virginia has a big 3rd and 13 conversion. And I was like, come on, Miss U. Virginia punter gets hit with the ball. Hit him in the head. That's the one I thought you were talking about. It took a bad bounce, and he was pointing at it. He knew it took a bad bounce he wasn't expecting. Hit him in the head. Missouri gets the ball. And then I think they ended up missing the field goal. And then, so both of them played weird the first half. But second half, Virginia said, we cannot let this fly. And they turned it up, and they turned it on. And they beat Miss U. But score was only 13-7. So the defense showed up.
I think it was the defense.
Defense showed. Neither one scored fourth quarter?
No.
They came to play. That's why you got to get out. You got to get out front early. And very proud of Miss U, but Virginia won, which they needed to redeem themselves anyway. Yes. That loss to Duke was ridiculous. They should have been in the playoffs.
Oh, true.
They should have been in the playoffs. It was ridiculous. Now, ask me the quarterback name for Virginia.
I have no idea.
And the coach?
I have no idea.
And there you have it.
It wasn't one of my games.
There you have it.
It was not one of my games.
I know, but you know what? I don't think we watched Virginia a lot this season. And then they only, to me, came into the spotlight when they freaking lost to Duke in the ACC championship because they threw everything. Well, they threw some stuff off. They should have been in the ACC championship in the first place. They should not have been.
We're not going to go with that.
We've been there.
We've already beat that dead horse.
Please don't get me started.
God, we know.
Please don't get me started.
We beat that dead horse.
Now, last but not least. Now, I thought, okay, let's have a Christmas movie lined up because this last bowl game of the night yesterday is not... I don't know what way it's going to go. I just don't think it's going to be a good game.
Whoa. Let me slow you down. Before we get to the last football game of the day, what happened to Clemson?
What happened to Clemson? That's a great question. Daredevil Sweetie, what happened to Clemson?
I was waiting for you.
Why would you want to talk about it?
Because they played Penn State.
It looked awful. Cade Klubnik played. Starting quarterback for Clemson played. And I felt so bad for him.
I felt bad for Cade Klubnik. It was.
They dropped every other pass. I know Vegas made the call. Dabo Sweeney probably was calm because it was a bowl game.
He said we got to stop dropping passes. We already dropped 4. I think he dropped more than that. I think Dabo just lost count.
When it was all said and done, it was I counted 5, and I didn't even pay attention the whole time. Right.
Yeah, that was before halftime. Because when he run off the field, what did you got to do to get back in the game? Well, we got to stop dropping passes. I think we dropped 4. Hello.
Well, I didn't. What else you got to say? It was awful. I mean, the
Drop-
disrespect.
we called the
I mean,
drop
I'm
ball.
no Yankee fan, but I would have been embarrassed to have that game in my stadium.
That was terrible. That was in Yankee Stadium.
The pinstripe ball.
God, it was. Oh,
It was packed. I mean, Penn State's
it
close
was
by.
packed, but
I mean, it's Yankee Stadium.
You know,
What,
to
you
tell
gonna
you the
fill
truth-
it up? No way.
missed field goals was the only thing that came down to it. Was like.
Well, what was the score?
Well, and I'm thinking, why is that such a big deal since most of the teams that played has the same problems? But I think one of the announcers pointed out that, well, Clemson, has 29 players missing. 11, which you always had some of those injuries.
Yes.
The rest were holdouts for I'm going to the NFL or I'm
the
going to the
transfer
portal.
Okay.
Hold your thought on that.
Okay, Clemson, I'm
No,
sorry.
wait. Well, no. Penn State had 34 opted out.
No.
34 players opted out for Penn State.
No.
Same reason. Some had injuries, but
Some are leaving
but
because
some are leaving.
they have a whole coaching.
They got a
we
whole
already know
coaching
too.
thing
Yeah.
going on, right?
Yes, Matt Campbell they
Matt
hired.
coming out,
Byron
blah, blah,
Franklin,
blah.
Yeah.
And I went, well, what? Well, Cry Me a River. Penn
Me
State
a
had the same
River.
thing.
Y'all both had y'all quarterbacks though.
Yeah, both had a quarterback.
And granted, Penn State's playing with the backup quarterback already because Jarrell got hurt
Ethan
games weeks ago.
What was his name? Brinkmeyer?
Yeah, Bruckenmeyer. Yes.
So,
Grunkenmeyer, I think.
Brunkenmeyer. We got that. We can get that one. But things being what they were, I expected Clemson to win. And I was reading some articles after I was looking up some of the stats, and they were predicting, this is our predicted score. Clemson 30, them 27. I went, what planet were you on? Who wrote this article?
Can I say something?
Oh my God.
I
felt, you know what? I felt bad for Dabo Swinney.
I don't feel bad for Dabo Swinney.
Dabo's gonna jump in that portal.
We've talked about Dabo has made his bed. He wants to lie in it. My thing is, I thought it was going to be a better game too.
Mm-hmm.
Henceforth, I didn't even bring it up because it was so disappointing. I thought these are two teams that what the hell happened season. What the hell happened Penn State? What the hell happened Clemson? They started ranked. They had great coaches.
Everything.
They should have been in playoff conversations.
Yeah.
Clemson should have been in the ACC top. We should not have been seeing them in the Yankee Stadium on December, whatever yesterday was. And it was ridiculous.
Penn State was ranked there coming into this year. Well, what was Clemson? Clemson 9, 10, something
Penn
like that?
State was ranked number 2.
Oh, that's right. Because you were
Over
mad.
the
Ohio
exactly. Them in Texas. I thought it was ridiculous. And so there.
That was, and the
thank you for bringing up the
22-10 was the score that ended up.
22-10. It wasn't even close.
Wasn't even close. That was sad.
Clemson played terrible.
It was like, this is Clemson? Better luck next year, Dabo.
I really want to see what he does. Because Cade is out, right? Cade's eligibility's got to be up.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there 10 years.
I did not check that.
I bet it's up. I bet it's up.
I don't remember them saying, oh, yes. I did write it down. Senior, last game. So now they won't even have Klubnik. So,
which it happens. It happens, but it's like, yeah, it's a rebuild. But you had one of the players who coming into the season was a Heisman hopeful. He was one of the top prospects to be a Heisman Trophy winner, and he wasn't even top 10, I believe, when it was all said and done. So I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Make it make sense.
Hit the portal, Dabo.
Well, there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the portal.
Oh, just
we could do a show.
Get rid of that, like you say. Get rid of that. Oh, I don't like to go to the portal. I like to stay.
If you're gonna go, you gotta go for a quarterback. Dabo,
little word of advice. This is the year of change, sir. It's not going away. It's here to stay. We'd rather spend our money on scholarships. I understand. But in order to be a coach in this day and age, portal.
Okay. Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Dabo, did you hear her?
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
So. I hope so.
I'm sure he
Okay.
I'm sure he listens to our podcast.
He should. I mean, we know so much. We have such great
We can
advice.
tell him a few things.
They all should listen. Okay, last but not least,
This was interesting.
7-5 LSU versus 9-3 ranked 21 Houston. Now, I haven't watched Houston play a lot, but Houston is always in conversation with the Big 12. But the Big 12 is so tough. You don't know, like, are they really, everybody's just that good, and it's hard to get to the top because it's one game. One thing can make the difference. And LSU, I mean,
Disappointing. One of those teams we just talked about. LSU was
speaking
right.
of Clemson, they beat Clemson in the opening game in Clemson at night. The battle of who is the real Death Valley. And we thought, okay, LSU is here. Nussmeier gathered and pulled it out. They both played kind of clunky in the beginning of that game. This is week 1 I'm talking about. And then LSU pulls it out and I say, okay, BK, you've got it. And then BK gets fired. I don't even know what happened. Downhill for sure. BK gets fired. Nussmeier gets hurt. And so they're playing with their backup quarterback, James Van Buren Jr.
Never heard of him. I don't know who. It was Nussmeier who started out, right?
Nussmeier is a quarterback. We've seen Van Buren.
When did he get hurt?
He got hurt a few weeks ago. I mean, like a few weeks into the...
I thought it was the last game.
I don't think it was the very last game. I thought it was second to last, but you could be right. You could be right. And so they end up, so he's on the sideline. His last year too, he's got to be out of time too. Van Buren's in, and kickoff happens. They kick the ball off. LSU returns the kickoff for 99 yards to the touchdown. And I said, oh, LSU. We have to remind the folks, LSU, of course, Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin has been hired by LSU, not coaching in this game, of course, but he's going to be the new LSU coach. So Frank Wilson, who's the interim head coach for LSU, is coaching this last game. He's coached, 4 or 5 games since Brian Kelly got fired. And so we're like, oh, what has he got to lose, right? Like, this is last time to be the head coach or whatever. And LSU goes up 14-0 within the first 5 minutes of the game. And I say, I was right. LSU, this game's not going to be good. I know LSU was going to come out to be the winner, but Houston steps it up. Houston steps it up, and it is tied by mid-second quarter. Yeah. That quick. Offense was on display for some of these games yesterday, and you sit and you look and you say,
this was an offensive game. I mean, they were just swinging that football.
Yes.
This was all offense. I mean, Connor Wagman, Houston. Like you said, we have not watched much of Houston.
Let me remind you, though, I know Connor Wagman, though. Connor Wagman is the previous quarterback at Texas A&M.
He had that crazy.
He lost his job to Marcel Reed in a game against LSU sometime last year. Now, Marcel Reed, of course, came out to be the starting quarterback this year, and of course they lost in round 1 of the playoffs. But I know Connor Wagman, and I know Houston always has a team because Houston has a really good coach. I think it's the coach has a lot of experience. I don't know his name, but I know his face, and so I thought, okay, well, LSU probably gonna come on. It's SEC.
Hey.
Come on, it's SEC.
LSU surprised me.
But then they didn't. Because then, right before halftime, LSU's coach gets an unsportsmanlike conduct.
He did. I don't know why. I still don't know why he got that. He must have been on the.
It says he was attempting to escort players towards the end zone before halftime. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? You don't know either.
I don't know. It's his team. He can do what he wants. I don't know. They're crazy. I don't know. I know I thought it was because he was out in the field. I
figured too, and I figured why not? It's my last game. I don't mind cussing a few people out. Who cares, right? I don't know. I thought that was weird. But LSU refused to give up. We go into the fourth quarter, and it's 28-28. And I said, "Your line."
No, what's that?
Who gonna have the ball last?
That's true.
Who's gonna have the ball last? That is gonna be the winner of this game. And LSU, like I said, refused to give up. They go down, they score. It's 35-38. There's like a minute left on the clock. They try for the old onside kick. Should have tried it earlier. Should have tried it earlier. They're not expecting it earlier. And they were this close. 2 players touched the dang on ball, and Houston falls on it. And Houston wins the game 38-35. And you just think, oh, Lane Kiffin, your work is cut out for you. It's cut out for you.
Again, at all of these games, they all mentioned it in every game. Players are leaving. Some didn't play. Players are.
This is every bowl season.
This is every bowl season.
I think the bigger difference this season is the coaching changes.
Oh, that is the worst.
I think that's way worse than the players
coaches, defensive coaches coaching,
absolutely,
offensive coaches coaching,
absolutely.
And
I'm never mad
coaches that should be there, not there.
I'm never mad at you coming to play a bowl game. Speaking of, Houston has a top 10 tight end. Mel Kiper says he's gonna be the 5th tight end to come off the board for the NFL draft. Last name I think is Koepel, Koepel, if I'm thinking right. And he got hurt. Wasn't nothing major. He didn't cart it off, but he got hurt and he's on the sideline. And they're like, oh, well, maybe he shouldn't have played. And the announcer said it, and I said, if this is how they think, I'd be so happy. But the announcer said, you know what he says to anybody watching? A lot of people opted not to play. I didn't. I played. Mm-hmm. So I have the passion, and I love the game. Mm-hmm. And I thought, and he said, NFL scouts and coaches, that goes a long way with them. Right. And I think it should.
It should go.
I think it should.
If that's the way you're going to be. Then I really want you on my team?
Now
we're talking NFL.
I want you on my team if you got that attitude.
And
like,
if you're
I'm
not
going to just write off a bowl game. I want to come out here with the guys one more time and play this game.
Right.
Because I love this game.
Yes.
I think it says more, and don't get me wrong, I understand why people opt out. I know you don't want to get injured and all that.
Yeah, then you go to the NFL.
However, I think it's such, I'm not going to say it hurts you when you opt out. You're right, you go to the NFL and get hurt. But I think when you do opt in, knowing that you are an NFL prospect, I think that speaks volume to your character. That's why I don't like these teams, because it was more than Notre Dame. It was a few teams, Kansas State.
And I forgot
Oklahoma State, who opted not to play in the bowl, and I say, okay, great if you're coming back next year, or even great if you're first string, but what about the second string? What about the third string? Let the guys go out and play.
That might have been seniors.
Yes, let the guys go out and play. And so I think that it should speak, because if I'm in the NFL, I know they do what they got to do, and it's a business, and you're going to draft when you need to draft. Like Jeremiah Love will be fine. But at the same time, you talk about how such a hard time these NFL coaches have with these players and their ego and their attitude, and they don't want to show for practice, and they doing this and they doing that. Well, guess where? You knew he was like that when you seen that he opted not to play.
And you promote it when you don't play a game. You tell them, oh, it's okay.
And I don't want to play. NFL, you sit and rank them. You sit and draft them.
Disappointed me. I just felt that Marcus Freeman was a guy who promoted, like, we're sports, we're a team. We do whatever we have to do to win. We do whatever we have to do to win.
We show up.
We got hurt. Just show up.
Show up. Guess why you didn't get in the playoffs? Because you didn't show up the first 2 weeks and you lost. Maybe show up. Practice showing up. And then, what do they say?
What does that tell the team? Do I want to go to Notre Dame?
Going to class is like 80% of the grade a lot of times.
Right.
Show up.
Show up. And the thing of it is now, I got a guy out there who said, geez, I have to go to Notre Dame. And then, oh no, what if they get mad if they don't play? And I don't get the NFL scout that's sitting out there in the seats see me play.
I just think it sets a bad.
You know what?
It sets a bad precedent. It sets a bad precedent. And you can't tell me it's about money, because, like I said, Kansas State and Oklahoma State got fined like $500,000. Yeah. So I understand a lot of teams lose money when they go to the bowl. I know that's how it works.
But you got a contract.
But you lost $500,000.
Yeah.
Well, the contract normally goes to the conference. The money goes to the conference. At the same time, like I'm saying, you're gonna pay $500,000. Would you rather pay the $500,000 and everybody show up and give your fans one more game, or do you pay $500,000 and sit at home and pout because you suck this year?
I just could not. And they didn't suck. They came back strong at the end of the year. No,
I don't know why Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State wasn't in a bowl.
I was just thinking. I think Notre Dame sticks in my head more than anything
because they were the highest.
Elite school.
Yeah, they were the highest ones.
So anyway, enough of that.
Okay, I digress. But you know what I found out? Interim head coach for LSU, Frank Wilson, two-time head coach in his own right, and been a coordinator, assistant coach for a while. He's going to Ole Miss.
I refuse to even try to keep track of them. I'll just look them up next year.
But it's hilarious.
It's just so
Glenn Kiffin's from Ole Miss to there. He's from Ole Miss to here. The coordinator's Ole Miss to there. It's crazy.
It's just the craziest stuff.
I do have to hit you with one more because this has been the talk all week because it's late, right? All of the coaches have been hired. We thought we wrapped it up. The coordinators had some movement, but how many coordinators do you really know besides Brian Hartline, which that was a long time ago? Michigan, the University of Michigan has hired Utah coach Kyle Whittingham.
And you're mad because Kyle said he was retiring.
I am not mad. I am not mad. Kyle did say he was retiring. He coached at Utah for like 21 years.
Yes, he did.
I like Kyle Whittingham. I'm mad because you said you were going to retire, and then you leave Utah hanging. You're not going to coach the bowl game this week against Nebraska. You go to Michigan. Again, I'm no dummy. I understand why. But the biggest thing is I liked Kyle Whittingham. And it is past tense because now I cannot like Kyle Whittingham.
I think it was a prestige move to get somebody.
Yeah, you needed a clean white man to take over this program because the other shady white man screwed it. And even though he won the championship. And then you got, oh my God, I wouldn't even call that shady. Diabolical. Comes and just ruins the whole
Michigan program.
And I mean, and you know I hate Michigan. I can't even think it can be
So
ruined.
what they got to do is they got to clean up the image. Salvage the image. So Kyle Whittingham, here's a decent coach.
Hardworking, disciplined.
Yeah. Hey, he's an image. Yep. We needed the image right now. Michigan needed the image.
Well, I think it's an image and the talent and the leadership. I think he's a great coach, and I think he has all the basic fundamentals, and I think he'd be great. But it's just like,
well, listen, you're talking money. You're talking the boosters. You're talking
Michigan's got money. Yeah.
Well, not that we know, but sports-wise, to say. You need somebody to boost that program.
Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah. You need somebody to, yes.
Now you got people
shake hands and kiss babies. Well, that's why he had to leave so soon. And now he's in Orlando for their upcoming bowl game against Texas because he's got to try to salvage all these players. The transfers are, decommitting left and right.
Yeah, I know.
You got to let them out of it. I don't want to play for, even if I like Sharon Moore, he's not there, I don't want to play. Now I got to go to a coach who don't know me. I've been there before. You want to go somewhere where people really are excited about you.
Yep.
A lot of people like that, the offensive coordinator, but he didn't get the job. I forgot his name, Bobby Papino or something. He didn't get the job. So you kind of like, well, I know he knows me and I got to go somewhere else. And that's just the name of the game. And I don't blame him. I mean, I know he chose Michigan in the first place, but I digress.
We've seen that thing before when Saban left. A lot of the Alabama players started to go into the portal.
Oh, yes.
They did not want to be there without Saban because that's what they signed up to. That's why they signed up.
Absolutely. And thank you because that's how we got Julian saying. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick Saban, for retiring when you did. Ohio State thanks you. Okay.
That's the name of the game.
That is the name of the game. And we got more bowl games.
Oh, of course we do.
And we have playoff games.
We have starting Monday, of course. We start all over again.
Well, you're not watching a Monday game.
Well, I'm not watching that Monday game.
I am very upset that
sometimes I just watch a game just to see, because you never see them on the real screen. Not see them on the real screen. You just never see them the whole year.
That's true. I'm never mad at a good football game. I don't care who
sometimes
it is.
I just watch them just to say, I did see Georgia Southern and Appalachian State play.
Now, which non-playoff game are you looking forward to the most? Non-playoff.
You know what? I did look at that, and I said, we got. You know what? There's quite a few cute, good little games.
Just give me one.
I'm going with Iowa Vanderbilt.
That should be so interesting.
I love Vandy. Now, don't know who's going to be playing. Because like you say.
Well, Pavia needs to play after he made those comments after the Heisman. Yeah, anyways.
Clean that image up.
Clean it up. I think that's going to be a good one, but I'm looking forward to Texas, Michigan.
Oh, that's right.
I think Texas is going to play. I think Texas is going to play everybody they can play. I think this is a big SEC Big Ten matchup.
That's a good
I
one.
think a wounded Michigan is going to lose. And I mean, Kyle Whittingham is too little too late. He ain't gonna be able to get it together. I don't even know if he's coaching it. I know he's there, but I don't know if he's even allowed to coach it, but whatever. I think that is going to be my favorite non-playoff game.
That's going to be a good one.
Out of the 4 playoff games, which one are you looking forward to the most?
The one I'm looking forward to the most.
3 out of the 4 are really juicy to me.
I'm not gonna.
But 2 of them are very close for me.
I'm not gonna pick the one you're thinking I'm gonna pick. I'm
not
going Alabama, Indiana.
Okay, that was one of mine that were very close at the top. And since you picked that one, I'm gonna pick Oregon, Texas Tech.
Oh,
I don't think Miami's gonna be any competition for Ohio State.
I
said it on record. I'm going there. I'm going there. Miami's going to get a very rude awakening. Carson Beck is going to have a very dirty jersey, and I'm not worried about it. But a Texas Tech team that, have we seen them? Have we not seen them?
Are they the real deal?
Oregon team that's very young.
Are they the real deal?
And transfer portal. There's people dropping off and going to the transfer portal out of Oregon, a team in the playoffs. And a great coach in Dan Lanning. I don't know the coach for Texas Tech. I don't know the quarterback for Texas Tech. So I think that's going to be a good one only because it's one of those ones where you never get to see it. I mean, you never see Bama, Indiana. That's why I was looking forward to that one too.
You never will.
But there's at least something to look back to. I mean, there's an Ohio State Miami game from whatever 2002. Yes, Ohio State won. But so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
All right. So y'all, we are going to come back. We should actually come back early because I don't think we have any games technically on Saturday.
No, we don't. You are correct.
No, we do not. They're on
hello
because of the holiday. So we will be watching on 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd. And then the next game shall come on to Monday. So I think we should come back on Saturday. All right. Saturday Hangover.
Standing.
Saturday Hangover. We're going to see you Saturday. So I'm Kelly, like the color.
I'm Gee, like the vibe.
And this is Saturday Hangover. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, unfollow, whatever floats your boat. But we are going to see y'all next year.
Happy New Year.